You're in charge, okay, buddy? I'm gonna bring back your baby sister, okay? Alright? Don't let Luna boss you around. Yes, buddy. You're in charge. Okay, Larry? Alright? When are we gonna go? Yeah. Went to the hospital. Yeah. You gonna bring back your sister? Yeah? Okay? You're in charge till we get back, okay, buddy? Hey, Luna. Guess it's time. We're ready to go. Everybody, so to continue where we left off the last time with our interview, first of all, I just want to thank everybody who has supported us, everybody who reached out to us. There were a lot of women and even men that reached out, sharing similar stories. So I am so thankful that we decided to really be vulnerable and share our testimony. So this is part 2, take 2. I'm clapping. You got a slate?
Should have had a slate. Yeah.
Clapping.
It's all good.
Part 2.
I remember I was in Aruba when I got the call that she told me she was pregnant. I was so happy. I started to cry. I started to praise God. I started to do everything because I was so happy. Knowing what the doctor told us, she cannot conceive and see God work a miracle. And I said, this is a miracle from God. She went to the doctor. She's having an appointment, so she went to the doctor. And the doctor told her she was 8 weeks pregnant. So excited, everything was excited.
And so the pregnancy itself, so it was crazy. We did go to Las Vegas, so that was fun. We went on
For anniversary, yeah.
Was that the baby moon?
We that was our 16-year anniversary.
16-year anniversary, we did the baby moon, which is great. I don't know if we talked about that last time. Probably did.
Maybe.
Anyway, so we had, there's so many people that show us so much of support to the point that we had about 3 baby showers.
We did, yes.
So Patrick Job, so our church threw us one, and Patrick Job.
Yeah, then we had one at the house.
Well, that was the main one at the house. But it was great, and so much of support and love from everybody. And actually there was going to be a 4th one, but we were all baby showered out,
yeah.
so to speak, from Mom's job. But just want to thank everybody. So
the morning come when she should go and give birth. We all was happy. Everybody was happy.
So we went to the hospital. What time it was scheduled for again?
I thought it was 7:30.
7:30 in the morning. Yeah. So we had to be at the hospital 5 a.m. in the morning. It was just super excited. I was a little bit nervous, and but super excited because I was done being pregnant. I think I complain every day. I was done being pregnant. My feet were swollen. It was just, I was so exhausted and tired. So I was excited to, evict her. And that's what I said.
Evict.
Yes, evict her. We went to the hospital, and I don't know if I mentioned the last time that part of some of the complications that I had was because I had fibroids, but we're monitoring them, and the doctor mentioned that they were big, but they weren't so big, and I spoke to them about possibly removing the fibroids while we were doing the C-section. Yeah. And the doctor said if they can, they will. But usually when you're pregnant and stuff like that, the fibroids, after you give birth, the fibroids will shrink. There's a possibility of that they're shrinking. And so the plan was that maybe they will remove it. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they would remove it during the C-section. So we went to the hospital. We're there changing. Look at the recovery room, was just super excited and giddy. It's like, oh my God, in like an hour, in 2 hours, we're gonna have a baby. She's gonna be out. And so the nurse came and they strung me up and everything, and then got me ready for the C-section. And when I went in the room, I just started crying. I don't know why. I just got overwhelmed and just started bawling my eyes out. Maybe just thinking about everything, the journey that we've been through, and right then and there, in any minute now, we're gonna see our baby. I think I just got so overwhelmed and just started tearing up. Anyway, they prepped me, and then Patchy came and sat next to me, the head, and then within a few minutes or so, the little munchkin.
Was her? It was about maybe a minute or two.
Yeah, she came out. I heard that her hand, she had pushed up her hand first.
She did. No. Well, I guess it's her fist.
Her fist, she pushed her fist up.
Pushed out first, and the doctor had to push the fist back in. Yeah, she was ready to come out.
And I saw the message coming, and when I looked, I saw Lily Grace, and I screamed out and her downstairs. I was, what happened? What happened? And I said, Charlie just gave birth to Lily Grace.
I worked the night, and I came home just before 8 o'clock, and I was making Gianna birthday when my mom was coming downstairs, and she have her phone went off, and she like, oh my God! That was the picture of Lily, and I saw the baby. It's like, wow, she's so beautiful. I think it was like just right after just before 8 o'clock when my niece was born, and it was like.
So I called her, and she said to me, Mommy, you can come whenever time you want to come.
They say I got interested morning. Oh, your pressure is much better now.
Okay, good.
This is grandma. I can't believe it.
5 minutes, so we take the baby, and we was happy, and the father hold the baby, and we always still rejoicing. I said, that what happened to you? Oh, you not hold that. He said, no, ma. In no time after she black out. And I said, Jesus, what happened to you? What wrong? And then I see that she wasn't good.
In that afternoon, mom went to the hospital. She came back and she was telling me that my sister, her blood pressure, she's not doing so well. The blood pressure is going down. I'm like, she's a champ. You know, she's been through a lot, and God would never bring her this far to leave her. And I sent her a text around 3-4 o'clock that time that, I love you. You know, God is with you. Keep the faith, something like that. And the faith walk is not cheap. And I let it like that, and I went back and I went to sleep because I didn't have to work in the afternoon, in the night, because I do night shift.
They came and they checked on me, and they checked on the incision, and they realized, was like, why is it still bleeding? Because apparently it's not supposed to have, you know, I guess, soak with blood. And they came, the nurses came and checking, and they keep checking on it, and just wondering, like, why is it still, like, there's blood coming up, but I wasn't bleeding in, I guess, my vaginal area. Nothing was really coming out. It was very light, but at the incision site, you know, there was still, you know, blood there. And then the doctor came and gave me some, I don't know, is that silver nitrate? I don't know, some silver something. It feels like acid. Put over the incision.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
To, I guess, to close
seal
up,
it?
to seal up
Yeah.
or whatever. So we'll find any part that's open and sort of seal up. Oh my God, that sucker hurts. Apparently my hemoglobin start dropping, or blood levels start dropping, so they had to order a unit of blood, and everybody just kind of just wondering like what is going on. The doctor think it's something else, and then my side under my ribs started like something start sticking me in there, and it was so uncomfortable. And then before you know it, I blocked out.
Well, your blood pressure dropped.
The blood pressure dropped.
It was
I was-
low. It was like 74/40 or something like that. Or
Yeah.
It was very something crazy critical.
Just dropped. And I think by then Mom had come, because I told her to come early. So
I went upstairs to lay down, like the Spirit of God said, no, go back out here. And I just come down, grab my key, and I go back out by the hospital. After I get back there, I noticed the baby crying. And she started to cry. The baby started crying so loud. And she closed her, and my daughter closed her eyes and turned her face to the wall. And when I look at her face, she never opened her eyes to pay attention to the baby, knowing that she just have the baby and young baby. And she's crying and don't even open her eyes. And I said, no, something wrong. Something really, really wrong with this girl.
when I woke back up, I was laying in the bed, of course. When I woke back up, there were several nurses and doctors in the room and trying to figure out like what's going on.
And then I get nervous and I get started to call my sister in Jamaica, and I said, Shawnee's not doing good. She's not doing good.
Another doctor came, so I had like several doctors. Another doctor came and said, oh, we need to order, she ordered a CAT scan to figure out what's going on. At this point, you know, I'm laying on the bed and I'm seeing Patrick, and I see my mom next to Patrick, and I know that something was wrong. I know that something bad was wrong, and I saw Patrick holding the baby, and I saw my mom standing next to him. And I don't know, I think it's the devil, but just the thought just came across my mind and saying that, you know, they're gonna be okay. Mom is gonna help him. Because I started accepting like maybe, you know, I'm probably gonna die.
The dream I had for my daughter when she went to the hospital to deliver the babe, I went there, and when I went there, I saw the baby. But then when I look, it was like two of the same baby. One was a little bit, but I says I didn't know that she did have twin. Anyway, I held the baby. Patrick was there too, and I have the baby in my hand, and then the baby like speak Papiment to me, like says like come by. But I didn't see her, so I was wondering what happened, why Patrick and me have that baby, and then where she is. And it's like she was into another area, but we didn't know. I didn't know what really going on.
You could tell the look on everybody's faces, their body language, that you know that something was wrong. And I'm wondering, is this it? Is this it? You know, am I gonna have to, is my husband gonna have to raise the baby on his own with my mom's help? The doctor came in. they may have to transfer me to another hospital to do a non-invasive surgery where they'll go back in, I guess maybe through the vaginal canal, go back in and look for where I'm bleeding, whatever, and I guess patch it up or something like that. Every time I slipped out of conscious, and then they had to flip me up to let the oxygen go back to my head because my temperature dropped so low, and then flip me back up, so they have to have me upside down, and it's quite uncomfortable. So that the idea was to transfer me to do that non-invasive surgery to patch up where it's bleeding. But then another doctor came in, and they ordered the CAT scan to see what's going on. After they got the CAT scan results, it was after the CAT scan result, they realized that the fibroids
Fibro was
ruptured,
yeah.
I'd say. But remember, I had multiple fibroids. Some of them were, I guess, hiding.
It was the big one that burst.
The big one. Yeah. So the reason why he couldn't remove the fibroids during the C-section is because the fibroids was stuck to my bowel, and and he doesn't have that expertise to do that. Right.
Correct.
So he had to, when they confirm it that it was the fibroids that was ruptured, and actually it was multiple fibroids. Patrick, he told me later on.
Yeah. And you had two big ones.
Yeah.
And so you had
one was
four,
stuck
maybe?
to Lily, I guess.
Yeah.
At some point.
This doctor come in. I forgot her name. Was she from the Bahamas? And she hear my accent. And I said, "Where you from?" And I said, "From Jamaica." I said, "I'm going to get your daughter for you. Don't worry. Don't let you see you crying. I'm just going to get your daughter for you." And after she said that to me, and I see the body language of the nurses them, and when they pull down, and I see where they cut, it was very, lot of blood, that's something wrong. They cannot find the vein in her hand, and so forth and so on. And I called her, Shawnee, every minute you have to lift her up, turn her head down. And I say, and then they do the CT scan, and the doctor turned to me and said, yes, they have to operate on her again.
I would have to do another surgery, which I surmised at the beginning that I would have to do another surgery in the afternoon. I would have to go back in. They can remove the whole uterus, or they can go in and try to get the fibroids off my bowels. It's just that he won't be able to perform it because that's not his expertise. So he's going to try to get another doctor from another hospital to come. And for some reason, and I know it's just God, that doctor was available to come. The transfer that they were initially trying to do, God blocked all of that. So the doctor came, and they put me back under, and I went back into surgery.
It was the longest hours, like 2 days out, because it takes so long. I think it's about 4 hours operation, but it takes so long. It's like 2 days, and I was there. I bending on my head. When I bend my head down to pray, when I bend my head to close my eyes and bend my head down, bow my head, I saw her running with the uniform, the same what you call it, the hospital gown, running, coming up, and I said, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, mommy," and I jump like I was into a vision. I jump up, and at the same time, you didn't call, and you just say, "See, stand up and stand in the gap. I'm in some area room right now. I just stand in the gap. I'm going to pray for your daughter." And she pray, and everybody just praying all over, just praying all over.
She went to the surgery room. You know, obviously you think of negative thoughts. I thought negative for the first time. So I thought, okay, is this... Because I made the mistake before. So before I went to the hospital, I think it was 2 nights before I watched, I think it was Kevin Hart's Fatherhood. I don't know if anybody's seen that. So it's about, yeah. So based on the title, you understand. And so I had thought for a split second I would have to raise, Lily by myself. And I was like, I know this cannot be God's plan. There's no way this can be God's plan. Because we originally went to the hospital and we thought, it was going to be, everything's going to be smooth.
That's the hardest part. Because we're so excited to go in, and then it was just such a beautiful moment, and then it just turned upside down and have me there fighting for my life.
And I also remember and I have to, give thanks to all the nurse staff and doctors that were there. And there was one nurse that, I don't even think she could even sleep that night.
Nurse Laura,
yeah, she couldn't sleep that night.
Delivery.
She was there well past her hours of working. She didn't even eat. She was so worried.
Up until night.
And the staff were so unbelievable. I couldn't even ask for better staff, better doctors. It was because God was with them, for sure.
So I went into the surgery. And, I was just it's hard to cry because remember I had that incision and they were pressing on my incision and they tried to see where I was bleeding, where at the incision site where I was bleeding. It was just it hurt so much. And I was just thinking, like, I broke down in front of the nurse and she hugged me. I was like, today was supposed to be like maybe the best day of my life, and I'm here fighting for my life. And I may not be able to see my little girl grow up. May not be able to see her take her first steps, or call mama, or go to school, first day of school, go to college, even get married, have a family. I won't be able to do that. And so I just started crying and started, praying to God.
They get around her and start to pray, and I join in before they go to the theater, to the operation room, and I join in with the doctors and the nurse, and we started to pray. And then the thing that hit me most when the nurse said to me, "Come, mommy, come say something to her before she leave." And then he called her husband, said, "Come and say something." And it hit me most. I was saying, "No, I don't want." But I only said to her, "God will take care of you. You're going to come back and everything's going to be okay." It was a nightmare.
Faith is kind of hard sometimes because the brother in me struggle like, this can't happen. God, this can't happen. And it So I was saying to myself, this can't happen, and I'm wrestling with the thought of what if, knowing that God is able, And I whisper and I begin to talk with God. And I catch myself, no matter what it is, no matter how bad it look, God is able. And I know that she is gonna make it through.
So the morning was the morning for prayer meetings, and I went down. We have prayer meetings, and the same time to even the scripture that we read, it was Genesis. I don't remember the exact, but speaks about Jacob, when Jacob wrestled with the angel. And I don't know why I really read that one, but when we look at it, everything just line up. It's like the bits and pieces coming together. Oh, she has to wrestle through. So I share the dream, but I did not tell her the part that I did not see her, because I didn't want her to fret or feel worried about, says, hey, wonder if this is going to happen. But all I do, I went into prayer and I pray. One of the time it's like there's a channel of angel, like a road angel, like angel just keep going to and from. But I know she would be all right, so I wasn't worried. I know she's going to pass through something. And then when we personally went to the hospital now and then, see everything and what is taking place, that was the time I'm getting the dream coming to pass. Everything just come to pass through the dream, and then I figure out that when she did the first surgery, it's like the other baby was the other surgery, so she was to do both of them in order to get everything cleared up. And that was the time I started praying. I know she would come out anyway, no matter what she was going to go through. I know she would come out, because within the dream it didn't tell me that she's going to like go away and not coming back or whatever it might be, but I know it's going to take like a process. And that was it. And
God bring us thus far. And I need her to, and I was saying to God, I don't want an exchange. I don't want you to exchange my daughter. I just want her to be able to bring our baby home. Not me to bring our baby home. I need her to sit in the car, the husband drive up the car and put the baby in the car seat and bring her home. And the doctor, I sitting there and I said, because and then the doctor said to me, when after everything, if they did transfer her to the other hospital, they would lost her.
And it's crazy, because when mom told me that, and I have to just thank my family and thank my friends and just the people who knew, just praying, and people who didn't know said, I was on their mind, and they were praying. My family in Florida, my aunt down there praying, my aunt and uncles in Jamaica praying that night, because my mom called them up, and I have family here in North Carolina and friends here in North Carolina, Harriet, Seattle, all of them praying, just praying for a miracle at that moment, because it's the situation didn't look bright, to be honest. It was very bleak, very, very dim for me.
October 13th, 2021. Wow, what a day, what a day, what a day. I woke up knowing that this is the day that Miss Lily was going to be making her entrance into this world, and I was so excited. Wish I was in Raleigh. But I was at work, sitting behind my desk, and I got a text at about a little bit after 8 saying the baby was born at 7:30. Yes, everybody was doing well, everybody's doing well. So I was ecstatic, and I just was besides myself sitting at my desk. And I checked back a little later to ask how was Shawnee and little Miss Lily was doing, and the text message I got said not good. Not good. What do you mean not good? What's going on? Shawnee was rushed to emergency surgery. Okay, took every inch of me not to get in my car and dash off to Raleigh. At that point, was about to get in my car. I went and told my supervisor, I might gotta leave here. I went back to my office, said a prayer, called my mom, said, look, I need you and your prayer warriors, get to praying. Shawnee was taken to emergency, and I know she's gonna be okay, but I just need you guys to pray right now. So did that. Some pins and needles the rest of the day. Really didn't get a whole lot of work done that day.
So when the surgery was over and I woke up and they wheeled me back into the room, you guys told me it was like 3 hours I was on there.
Yeah.
And when the doctor went in, so this is what I heard. When the doctor went in, these fibroids were huge.
Yeah.
One of the fibroids that they took out was big as the baby. And so I guess that's why my belly was so big. And the fibroids, they weigh, they weigh like 3 pounds each.
Yeah, but he said the total was almost 8 pounds for the total fibroids weight.
God.
So, yeah.
According to the doctor, if I didn't do it right now, eventually I would still have to.
Yeah.
Because it's, it's all jacked up in there.
But God is in the healing business, and God is in the miracle business, and God is a God of completion. And He complete what He promised. And He complete the vision of my daughter. And He complete my daughter. And every day I have just give Him thanks and give Him praise. For my daughter is here. He is well and she's doing good. She's here with me doing good, doing fine. The baby's doing good.
So thankful for everybody who prayed. Even, I'm gonna tell you, even the nurses came into the nurses
You
that
prayed
was
right
there.
before the surgery.
They all came around my bed praying. And I don't know if that's something that they do on a regular.
Nope. I'm pretty sure not.
And then, so everybody joined in. And God heard our prayer. He turned His eyes and He looked at us and He remembered me, because I know I was under attack. But mercy says no. I'm not gonna let you go. And that's the hardest thing. Like, that's the song from CeCe Winans I was listening to the day before, like the week leading up to it. And I was wondering, and after mercy said no, I'm not gonna let you go. And the one from Donnie McClurkin, Great is Thy Faithfulness. Like all those songs I was listening to, I just didn't know why. But especially mercy said no, I'm not gonna let you go. So I am just so thankful, and I'm just so grateful to God that He remembered me, and that He looked at me and He saved me. I'm able to hold the blessing that He gave me. I'm able to carry it and to hold it. Excuse me. The doctor came in the morning, or maybe it was the night, and said that he didn't even know how I got pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah, he don't even know how it's possible. That's what he told me.
He's baffled. He just don't know how.
That was right. That's right. No, that was right after the surgery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you were still in the
recovery room.
You were in the recovery room, about to come over. Yeah, and I was like, wow. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, I can't imagine how many operations he's done, but just to come out and just say that he don't even know how you got pregnant, it's just it's already God. So well, we already knew that. It's just that to hear it over and over, it's amazing.
Oh my God. When I came out of surgery, when you look at me, I was unrecognizable because all the fluids and 'cause I had two IVs going, of course. One where the blood was going in and one, I don't know, drugs or whatever. Because they gave me so many drugs, so much stuff I got there through the IV. So when you look at me, I was swollen. My eyelids, everything was just swollen. My neck, everything was swollen. My arm, anywhere the liquid could go, it went. And so I was 3 times my size. Maybe 4 times. Maybe I was bigger than Patrick. I was just swollen all over. So I look like HE double hockey sticks. But I was alive. And I'm thankful for that. I am grateful for that. The doctor did tell me when I went to do my follow-up that he's still baffled. He still don't know how I got pregnant. And I know this is a miracle, and people don't understand that this is a miracle. Lily is a miracle, and I believe she came for a purpose.
Yeah.
And look, as soon as they deliver her, I would have to remove my uterus.
It's God's plan and timing, and yeah. Because I can't imagine, if we were to go home, and then still have those fibroids inside. Yeah, I'm just happy that it happened. Everything happened on God's time. In time, literally. It was. The thing was the pain that you were feeling before the surgery. It was unbearable because I could hear my wife's pain. It literally made me cry. Like it was like I couldn't do anything to stop her pain. But yeah, I just knew it was hurting her extremely. And I'm just happy that it was a successful surgery. Just blessed and grateful for life, literally.
I love you.
I love you always. And we have precious baby. Sometimes it just sounds weird just saying I have a daughter. Just in general, it's so unrealistic, but it's very real. I can't imagine telling her story when she grows up. Like it's just.
Do you know how you got here?
Yeah, I'm just grateful. Just makes you see life in a different perspective now. It's just and giving God thanks more and more. Just being more grateful every day. So.
Yeah. So now we are parents.
Yes.
We're parents to a feisty little thing. Okay, she's in control.
Yeah.
Everybody's afraid of her in the home. When you hear that first scream, we gotta come running. It's our miracle, our little blessing. Miss Lily Grace. Oh God, and she start crying.
She's crying. you know how these are parents. Literally.
Oh, can you fix your face, Mama? Say hi to everybody. Look at your face. Oh my God.
I guess you don't want to be in the video.
So her name is Lily Grace Patria Hardy. And she look a lot like her father. I heard that she doesn't look like me one bit, so.
She looks like both of us.
Look at her face. Lily. Say hi to everybody, Lily.
What's up?
We had to put Lily down because she was getting all feisty and she's about to fight us off. Well, fight her daddy. So I put her down to sleep because it's our nap time. So just wanted to thank everybody who tuned into our testimony, the first part 1 and then part 2. and then sending us love and support.
Yes.
There are folks that checked on me every single day. I'm just so thankful for just the love, the support. Thank you guys for keeping us in your prayers. I want you guys to know that God is faithful. His promise still stands. Great is his faithfulness. You know, he will never leave us or forsake us. He will always remember us. We are always on his radar. So if you're going through something similar, if you've been through something similar, hey, go ahead and share it, because you just never know who else is going through something like that, and what your testimony would do to help them. So I am thankful. I know that the journey, my brother said that faith isn't cheap. And I think I understand what he's saying. God allows us to go through this process for a reason, and I'm thankful that he chose us. If it's not us, then who? I'm grateful and I'm thankful that we're on his radar, and he loves us so much to bless us with such a beautiful little baby girl. Yes, she looks like her daddy. I'm always gonna say that. But she got my cheeks. I am claiming that she got my cheeks. I'm just so thankful for the testimony. Thank him for the faith walk. Thank him for always being with us. And so you guys will post pictures and videos of Lily, and she grows and all of that stuff, and you'll know what's going on. So thank you guys for tuning in.
You.
We love you. Stay blessed.
All right, bye. Thank y'all, everybody.
Bye.